Observation that got bumped up, so we wanna go super fast. Okay, let me make sure I've set this. Alright, we are good. Welcome back to Red Carpet Council, everybody. Thank you for showing up. You look very glamorous, all of you, even Keegan and Jay and myself, who you cannot see. As you can see, we have a few people not here, so I'm going to read their questions first. They are all busy having lives, and we love that for them. The first person I asked was Cindy. I said, Cindy, how does a team come back from such a wild vote last round? And Cindy said, I mean, I voted MJ and straight up told him that's where I was. I think it's a matter of honesty and understanding of what happened and figuring out who lays where to figure out what you're going to do in the future. Yes, we're a team, but we're all aware it's an individual game. So it's more of a matter of figuring out why individuals did what they did and how and if you can work with that. For Jack, I said, Jack, kind of similar question. Last vote was obviously very wild. Did it shake up the team dynamics in a meaningful way? Jack also had a pretty long answer. Jack said, I think it made the team dynamic a little more fluid and opened up the game a lot more. I think a lot of players, myself included, were playing very scared and safe, but now people are making plans for the future, throwing out names, etc. It's a change of pace I think we needed to set, or else we wouldn't be on the same level as the stars speed wise. For Lindy, I said, Lindy, last council, MJ played an idol. Do you think someone on the stars found an idol too? Lindy gave a very honest answer and said, this time, Jess, you could have afforded me, but I want everyone to know to take care of your mental health first. First off, good job to MJ for proving yourself to be a great player, because how on earth anyone could find the idol so fast? Love it. Second off, I did an idol hunt yesterday and found the other team's idol, so they probably don't have it yet, lol. We love that. Thank you, Lindy, for being iconic. And then Ali, I said, "Is this the party team?" And he said, "Yes, I'm at one, so that's why I can't attend. But for real, we are the party team. We party all day. Bring the champagne ho." I love that so much. Okay. So now we will get into the questions for those of you who are here. MJ, I mean, all those questions were basically about you, so I feel like I have to start with you. How do you come back from last round? Like, are you feeling like better this time, or are you still feeling on the bottom of things?
Based on the conversations I've had in the past couple of days, I wouldn't say that I feel like I'm on the bottom of things. I absolutely could be, but the conversations that I've had have been pretty candid and have made me feel optimistic for my chances to actually get to know this team a lot more and get to play with this team in a way that I didn't get to that past round. Um, and so, like my experience, today and yesterday was a lot more conversational and productive. I would say all across the board for the most part, save for a few people who just weren't really around. Um, Yeah, I don't know. I think that I got what I needed out of that idle play, which was survival, and so I'm here. And if it only got me to here, then that's fine. Because as far as I'm concerned, getting to this round is better than leaving last round. I think that answers that.
Yeah, I do have to say I would rather go second out, but have an iconic idol play than, I don't know, go farther and not have one. Those are so fun. So as a host, I loved it. I was like, this is great. This is great TV. Allison, you were also kind of on the receiving end of some of the chaos last vote, but you are still here. How do you come back from also having your name written down by people who maybe were your allies?
Sorry. I think that I just move on, and I guess like a lot of people were really upfront with me and just said like, "Hey, this is what I did," which I would prefer for people to just be upfront with me and just tell me like, "This is what I did," and own it. But then on the other hand, there's clearly some people that aren't upfront with me and don't really own what they did, and some people do. So it really just depends. Like, I really wish some people would just tell me what went down. Some people did. So for me, I feel like okay, it's whatever. Like it happens. It's one like Like, I can't, like, dwell on the fact that people wrote my name down because then, like, what happens when I write someone else's name down and they dwell on the fact? So, yeah, it's fine. It is what it is.
Keegan, after a vote like that, I feel like that's pretty like blow everything up and then pick up the pieces and see where you land. I know there's been a lot of talk of a swap. I'm not saying there's a swap, but maybe there's a swap sometime in the future. I guess is that like a good dynamic to have going into it, or is it a little scary?
I would prefer like full unity going into a swap situation because swaps are terrifying. And now that I actually even think about that, I don't know that it matters because the last time I played, I thought we had a good unity going into a swap. And then in a 4-1 situation, the other three blindsided me with the person in the minority. So maybe everything blowing up is going to be slightly better for me if it's slightly different than last time because obviously unity didn't help me last time, but all in all, I still would prefer we just stay as like one harmonious group and just, I know that's not possible because we have to vote someone out tonight, but I would prefer unity over just everything exploding everywhere.
Jinx, I guess, how do you try to keep unity then? Because you guys still have a lot of people. It's 10 people. How do you keep unity when there's so many opinions?
Maybe, like any healthy relationship, compromise. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I basing my vote on the fact that this person I truly don't believe is going to have any of our backs when we go to swap. And I didn't think I would want to base my vote on something like that because, like again, it's an individual game, like Cindy said. So everyone has their individual agenda. But personally, for me, I think the way really is to be genuine about it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, Justin, me and you're going to be besties if we go on a swap tribe together because we've been teamed together because we barely talk. But I think, if you can align with each other's common interests, that's how you can get unity. I think it's a little bit of a pipe dream to have like unity because I don't feel like I have, communication. It's also my fault too. But I like the idea of it, but I'm not here to screw anyone over, but I'm not sitting here like guaranteed to go into a swap and be besties when some of y'all, we don't really talk. But I really like everyone on a personal level. So I think the best thing about Survivor is that things do change. And I'm really open to that change and open to shifting my strategy because that is something that I try to challenge myself in. But yeah, I don't know, unity in Survivor, I don't know, it can be kind of cultish sometimes. So, I'm not trying to drink the Kool-Aid all the time.
I love that analogy. I feel like orgs can feel cultish in general. You're like, how am I still here?
They sure are. There are many org cults.
Yeah, you're like, this stresses me out, but I'm still here, and I guess that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Let's see, who haven't asked a question to? Justin, I haven't asked you a question. I mean, how do you feel when you compare this team to the Stars? Because the Stars, I feel like maybe had some pretty dramatic councils as well, though we didn't see any idle plays. Like, do you feel like the two teams are on even footing in regards to that?
In regards to drama?
Yeah, or unity, or just like, how's it going? Comparing the two.
Right now we're sitting at 2-2, so I'd say it's a pretty even split. Except they have Rose, who's apparently some sort of like game god. It's because she's not, that's true. It's because she's not old and broken like the rest of us. So they might have that to their advantage, but other than that, I'd say it's pretty even.
And then Jay, one thing I thought was very interesting, we haven't really talked about, was last council, there was some discussion of someone on the other team as being a very big threat and someone people wanted to look out for. Is that something that you're like really thinking about in this game? Like, how have people done in past games? Or was that just kind of like something that came up last round but isn't really a factor anymore?
On my end, that's something that came up last round. It hasn't come up this round for me. You're always thinking about how other people did and how they compare. But it's not that big of a factor. I think the biggest factor is the now and what's happening today, yesterday, tomorrow, and not so much like seasons ago.
Nice. I understand that philosophy. I feel like you do have to think about this game because this is the game you're all playing.
Very
That
true.
makes the most sense to be thinking about the one you're in. Okay, with that, if anyone has anything they'd like to say before we vote, you are welcome to say it. Otherwise, I would like we go to the vote very quickly because, like I said, I kind of have to get out of here. But if anyone has anything, now's the time to say it. No. Okay,
Yeah,
great. I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take a swing.
You do it. Go ahead.
Okay, Allison, I voted for you. Jack was not full of it. I was gonna tell you like at the Phantom swap when you had maybe like fewer icon people around to work with. But that was my reasoning because Lily was being very forthcoming with the idol hunt and she had a lot of info.
Yeah, she had a lot of info from Keegan and Cindy. So thank you for confirming that little grouping of people and keeping Allison
I didn't
out
know.
of that one.
Oh, I didn't know where it came from. I assumed it came from somewhere, but I didn't know where she got it.
Are you sure?
I wasn't thinking it was either of the two people you just said.
Okay. So why are you targeting Cindy then?
Just dancing in the middle.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. The examination of the witness is over. I don't know any other court things to say, so that's it. All right. Does anyone have anything to follow up to that or no? Okay, it looks like no. Then we will go to the voting video. It is 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to cast or change your vote. Please at me if you are going to change it and you already cast it. That is about it, and good luck.
Kumate. Kuonisaro.
Okay, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol or another advantage you would like to play, now would be the time to do so. Okay, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be given a moment to say their final words, and then they will be sent to the viewing lounge. I will read the votes. First vote, Justin. Second vote, Justin. Third vote, Cindy. Fourth vote, Justin. Fifth vote, Justin. Sixth vote, Justin. Seventh vote, and the fourth person voted out of Icons and Stars is Justin. Justin, thank you so much for playing. You were very iconic, even in your short time in this game. If you have any final words, now would be the time to deliver them.
I had fun. Sorry I didn't get to know some of you better. It's a great team. You all are iconic, using the word. So, good luck, everyone. Have fun.
Okay, thank you, Justin, for playing. That was our first unanimous vote of the season, which is quite a change from what happened last time. We'll see what happens in the future. As always, you were all very entertaining.